Okay, so let's dive headfirst into something I think, well, pretty much everyone can relate to.
Okay.
Have you ever, walked into a room, stopped, and just completely drawn blank? Like, why did I even come in here?
Oh, absolutely. All the time.
Yeah.
Or reading a page in a book, right?
Yeah, and you get to the bottom and realize, wait, I didn't take in a single word.
Exactly. Those little mental stutters, as you call them, they're incredibly common.
They really are. Moments that make you think, is my brain like taking an unscheduled nap?
Well, it's an experience so many of us share, and it kind of subtly highlights a really profound truth, actually.
Which is?
That, while our brains are these amazing, complex machines, biological marvels, really,
Right.
they don't always operate at, let's say, 100% capacity.
Right. Not always peak performance.
Exactly. And these little lapses, they aren't signs that something's fundamentally broken. Often they're just indicators that our cognitive function, our thinking, it's dynamic.
Dynamic meaning it changes.
Yeah, it changes. It's constantly influenced by, well, a whole load of factors we might not even be aware of day to day.
Okay, that makes sense. And imagine then if you could kind of push past those blips more often. What if your brain could remember things more clearly or focus for longer?
Hold on to thoughts better.
Yeah. And tackle tricky problems with like sharper thinking. Basically, what if you could consciously upgrade your own mind? Give it the latest software update, so to speak.
Well, that's the really exciting part, isn't it?
It sounds exciting.
Because the truly exciting news, based on, well, the extensive sources we've dug into for this deep dive, is that it's not science fiction.
Oh, really?
Not at all. You can actively train your brain. You can enhance it. Much like, you go to the gym to build muscle.
Okay, like a workout for your brain.
Precisely. And it's accessible. It's something you can start doing right now.
That's incredibly empowering.
It is. And that's what this deep dive is all about, really. Uncovering and harnessing that huge potential. It's often untapped, that power within our minds.
Okay, so how are we going to do that?
We're going to meticulously explore 10 habits. 10 powerful, but actually remarkably straightforward daily habits.
Okay, daily habits.
Daily habits. And these aren't just, vague ideas or theories.
Right.
These are practices backed by solid evidence, proven to fundamentally transform the way your mind operates.
Transform how?
By leveraging something called neuroplasticity.
Ah, I've heard of that. The brain changing itself.
Exactly. The brain's incredible lifelong ability to adapt, to reorganize itself, and even grow new connections based on what you do, what you experience.
Wow. Okay. So for this deep dive, you mentioned sources. What have we got?
We've pulled together a really comprehensive stack. Cutting-edge research papers, insightful articles, expert opinions.
The works?
Covering what kind of areas?
Everything from the food you eat, literally what's on your plate,
Okay.
To how well you sleep, how you move your body,
Movement, yeah.
and even the way you think, your actual thought patterns.
So it's holistic. Body and mind stuff.
Very much so. And each one of these habits, as the sources just powerfully demonstrate again and again, holds a key to, well, monumental cognitive enhancement.
Monumental. That sounds promising.
It is. So our mission today really is to distill all these complex insights into actionable wisdom.
Actionable. Things people can actually do.
Exactly. We want to give you a shortcut, essentially.
Yeah.
A shortcut to being truly well-informed about boosting your own brain power.
Fantastic. I'm ready.
Good.
Good.
So we'll be methodically unpacking how these practices directly influence things.
Like what, specifically?
Like the speed you recall memories, how sharp your focus is, your overall mental performance, your resilience when things get tough.
So not just surface level tips then?
Definitely not. This goes way beyond that.
Yeah.
It's about equipping you, the listener, with granular practical knowledge.
Knowledge you can use every day.
Every single day. To build a mind that's consistently sharper, more alert, and just, well, supremely capable of tackling whatever life throws at you.
Okay, let's get into it. Where do we start? Main section 1. The foundational pillars. Physicality, fuel, and recharge.
Right. Let's start with the foundations. 3 key pillars. The first one is about moving your body.
Okay, pillar 1. Stay physically active move to sharpen your mind. This is interesting because, most of us think exercise. That's for muscles, right? Or maybe heart health. Losing weight.
That's the common association, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what really jumps out from the sources, what captures our attention, is that while we're focused on the physical, our brains are quietly, almost secretly, reaping these enormous benefits every time you move.
Secret benefits? Like what?
Well, It's a silent, powerful internal upgrade that's happening.
Okay, tell me more. How does moving my body upgrade my brain?
What's truly fascinating here is the direct physiological symphony that kicks off.
Symphony.
Yeah. Exercise isn't just working your muscles. It starts this whole cascade of positive neurobiological events.
Neurobiological, brain chemistry stuff.
Brain chemistry, brain structure, blood flow. The lot. Crucially, it dramatically increases blood flow to the brain.
More blood means more oxygen and nutrients.
Yeah. Exactly. Showering it with more oxygen, vital glucose for energy, crucial micronutrients. But it goes further than just better plumbing, so to speak.
Okay.
Our sources really detail how regular physical activity, especially things like brisk walking, running, swimming, aerobic exercise, it acts as this powerful catalyst.
A catalyst for what?
For the release of something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor.
Yeah.
BDNF.
BDNF. Okay, what's that? Sounds important.
Think of it like super potent fertilizer for your brain cells.
Fertilizer. Okay, I like that analogy. Miracle grow for the mind.
Pretty much. It doesn't just help existing neurons survive, it actively stimulates the growth of new neurons, a process called neurogenesis.
Wow, hold on. So exercise can actually help grow new brain cells. I thought we were stuck with what we had.
Nope. That's the amazing thing about neuroplasticity. And this growth is particularly strong in areas like the hippocampus.
The hippocampus. Memory, right. That's the memory center.
Memory, yes, but also learning and even spatial navigation. Our sources highlight it as this remarkably plastic region, meaning it can change and adapt readily.
So when I go for a run, I'm not just working my legs, I'm literally building a better memory center.
You're building a more robust, adaptable, and efficient neural infrastructure. Absolutely.
That's incredible. It completely reframes exercise for me.
Doesn't it? Yeah. It makes perfect sense when you think of it like nurturing something. The more consistently you stimulate those pathways,
the healthier they get.
Exactly. Healthier and more robust. And the beauty of it, as the sources really emphasize, is you don't need to become, an ultra marathon runner.
Oh, God. Relief.
Yeah. You absolutely do not need some intense, grueling training regimen. Simple, accessible activities can trigger these powerful brain boosts.
Like what kind of simple things?
We're talking a brisk walk in the morning, maybe some dynamic stretching to get the blood flowing, cycling leisurely with a friend, even just putting on your favorite music and dancing around your living room.
Seriously, dancing counts.
Enthusiastic dancing absolutely counts. The key is consistent, enjoyable movement, not necessarily breaking athletic records.
Okay, consistency and enjoyment. I can aim for that.
Which leads us to maybe ask ourselves, right? If you've ever found yourself battling that mental sluggishness.
Oh, yeah. Brain fog.
That feeling like your thoughts are just wading through thick mud. Or you really struggle to focus. Have you maybe considered that a lack of consistent physical movement might be a big part of that?
Probably haven't linked it that directly, honestly.
Well, over time, consistent physical activity makes your brain more alert, definitely sharper, and significantly more ready to just soak up and process new information.
So the energy from moving, it literally goes to your head.
It ripples straight into your mind, clears the fog, enhances cognitive function, and beyond just memory and learning.
There's more.
Yeah, the sources also indicate it improves executive functions, things like planning, problem solving.
Okay, the higher level thinking.
Exactly. And even mood regulation. By influencing neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, it's this holistic boost affecting your whole cognitive landscape.
Wow. Okay, pillar 1, move your body. Got it. What's next?
Next, we shift focus from movement to fuel.
Food. Okay, pillar 2, eat brain-boosting foods, fuel your mind. Right.
Yes. And this isn't just, about satisfying hunger or watching your weight.
Right.
The sources are absolutely crystal clear on this. What you put on your plate directly profoundly affects everything happening inside your brain.
So food literally builds your brain or fuels it?
Both. It's about providing premium fuel for optimal cognitive performance.
Okay.
Think about it this way. That analogy of the brain as a high-performance engine.
Like a race car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just a catchy phrase. It's fundamentally crucial.
Yeah.
Would you pour cheap, dirty, wrong-grade fuel into a finely tuned race car?
Definitely not. You'd ruin it.
Precisely. And your brain, which is the most complex and energy-hungry organ you have.
Right. Uses a ton of energy.
It craves clean, nutrient-rich fuel, just the same. And if we dig a bit deeper, Specific nutrients aren't just general building blocks.
Okay, they have specific jobs.
They have very specific critical roles as literal structural components, as protective agents, as facilitators of vital brain functions.
Give me some examples. What kind of nutrients are we talking about?
Okay, so the deep dive reveals things like omega-3 fatty acids, especially one called DHA.
Omega-3s.
Yeah.
Fish oil, right. Salmon, walnuts.
Exactly. Found abundantly in fatty fish like salmon, also walnuts, chia seeds. And they're not just generic building blocks.
What are they then?
They are integral structural components of the membranes of your neurons, your brain cells.
Part of the cell wall.
Part of the cell membrane, yeah. And they directly influence how fluid those membranes are and how quickly signals can pass between neurons.
So more omega-3s means faster brain signals.
A brain rich in DHA basically has more efficient communication pathways. It's like upgrading old, slow copper wiring to high-speed fiber optics.
Wow. Okay, fiber optics for the brain. I want that. What else?
Then you have antioxidants. Think vibrant colors. Blueberries, dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, good news.
High-quality dark chocolate, yes.
Yeah.
In moderation. And these don't just act like, rust prevention.
Okay.
The sources explain they neutralize these unstable molecules called free radicals.
Free radicals, I've heard they're bad. Why?
They're a natural byproduct of your body using energy, but when you get too many, they cause oxidative stress, like rusting, but on a cellular level.
Damaging brain cells.
Damaging crucial components.
Yeah.
DNA, proteins, the cell membranes themselves. Antioxidants are like the cleanup crew, scavenging these free radicals, preventing that damage, keeping things running smoothly.
Got it. So blueberries are like brain protectors. What about greens?
Green leafy vegetables, spinach, kale, things like that, they're powerhouses. Essential vitamins and minerals, particularly things like folate and vitamin K. These help keep your brain young and resilient, the sources say, by supporting nerve cell health and reducing inflammation, which is another big factor in cognitive decline.
Okay. And nuts. You mentioned walnuts for omega-3s.
Yes, and nuts in general. Even just a handful daily is noted for its ability to improve memory.
Why nuts?
Likely due to their mix of healthy fats, protein, and vitamin E, which is another potent antioxidant.
Okay, this is making sense. Specific foods have specific brain benefits.
Exactly. That distinction between general building blocks and specific roles is really eye-opening.
Yeah, it is. And what about the bad stuff? What should we avoid?
Well, on the flip side, the sources issue a really clear, almost urgent warning.
About?
Heavily processed sugars and what we generally call junk food.
Right. Fast food, sugary drinks, snacks.
Exactly. They aren't just empty calories providing no benefit. They actively harm your brain. They act like literal mental sludge.
Mental sludge? How?
They're described as slowing down your thinking processes, clouding your cognition, making it harder to focus in the short term.
Okay.
But worse, they actively harm long-term memory and increase inflammation throughout the brain.
Inflammation. That sounds bad for the brain.
It really is. It accelerates cognitive decline over time. So junk food isn't just neutral, it's actively degrading your high-performance engine.
Wow. That's a sobering thought.
It is. So what does this all mean for you listening?
Every bite matters.
Every single bite counts. It's a decision point. By making mindful, informed food choices,
You're not just feeding your stomach.
you're making a direct, powerful, sustained investment in sharper focus, clearer thinking, and a stronger, more robust memory.
Investing in my future brain with every meal.
Precisely. And this dietary focus provides a foundation for cognitive health, affecting everything from mood to learning ability. There's even the gut-brain axis.
Right, the connection between your stomach and your brain.
Yeah, a whole other fascinating area showing how a healthy gut, shaped by diet, directly impacts your brain function. But that's maybe for another deep dive.
Okay, so we've covered movement and fuel. Pillar 3.
Pillar 3 is the brain's ultimate non-negotiable reset button.
Sleep.
You got it. Get quality sleep. Let your brain recharge.
Sleep. Something I think many of us struggle with. Have you ever noticed after a really bad night's sleep, how everything just feels harder, more challenging, your emotions are kind of all over the place?
Oh, absolutely. The world seems blurrier, decisions feel huge.
Yeah.
Well, that pervasive feeling, it's not just you being tired or grumpy.
No.
It's a clear signal that your brain literally cannot function optimally without adequate restorative rest.
Okay, so what's actually happening when we sleep? It feels like just switching off.
Far from it. Our deep dive into the sources shows sleep is incredibly active. It's when your brain does critical behind-the-scenes work.
Like what? Tidying up.
Exactly like tidying up. During deep sleep, there's this amazing waste clearance system called the glymphatic system.
Lymphatic. Never heard of it.
It's relatively newly understood,
Yeah.
but it becomes way more active during sleep. It literally flushes out toxins that build up during the day.
Toxins? Like what kind of toxin?
Metabolic byproducts, including nasty stuff like amyloid beta proteins, which are linked to things like Alzheimer's disease.
Wow. So sleep is literally cleaning my brain.
It's your brain's nightly deep clean, but that's not all it's doing.
Okay.
It's also meticulously processing and consolidating memories, moving them from short-term storage, like in the hippocampus, to the cortex for long-term storage. It's organizing thoughts and even doing something called synaptic pruning.
Pruning? Like gardening?
Kind of. It's where less important connections between neurons are weakened or snipped away, while the crucial ones are strengthened. Makes the whole system more efficient.
Okay, so sleep makes my brain cleaner, more organized, and more efficient.
Exactly. Without enough quality sleep.
Yeah.
The sources vividly describe your brain feeling like a super messy desk.
Huh. I know that feeling. Can't find anything.
Right. Important memories get buried, new ideas get lost in the clutter, retrieving information is way harder.
It's like running on old, buggy software.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Constantly lagging, inefficient, prone to crashing, just when you need it most.
Okay, I'm convinced. How much sleep do we need?
The studies consistently point towards 7 to 9 hours for most adults.
7 to 9 hours? And quality sleep, you said, not just time in bed.
Quality uninterrupted sleep. That's what significantly improves a whole range of cognitive functions.
Like what?
We're talking measurable boosts in creativity, sharper decision-making, enhanced problem-solving abilities.
So it's not just about feeling less tired.
Not at all. It's about systematically optimizing your entire cognitive performance, making sure every pathway, every connection is working at its absolute best. Better processing speed, more emotional resilience, the works.
Okay, so what can we actually do to get better sleep? Actionable steps.
Right, practical tips. The sources highly recommend establishing a really consistent sleep routine.
Like going to bed and waking up at the same time.
Exactly. Even on weekends, as much as possible. It powerfully regulates your body's natural clock, your circadian rhythm.
Okay. What else? Screens. Are they really that bad?
They really are, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The sources strongly suggest avoiding bright screens, phones, tablets, TVs, for at least an hour before bed.
Why an hour?
That blue light they emit. It significantly messes with your production of melatonin.
Melatonin. The sleep hormone.
That's the one. It signals to your brain it's time to wind down. Blue light hits the brakes on that signal.
Got it. No screens before bed. Anything else for the environment?
Yeah, consciously create a sleep haven. Make your bedroom calm, dark, quiet, and comfortably cool. Signal to your brain, this is the place for rest.
Dark, quiet, cool. Okay?
Think of sleep as that nightly software update and system cleanup for your brain.
Right. Skip it and you're running on fumes.
You're operating at a significant disadvantage. Full of bugs, slow, get enough quality sleep.
You're updated, faster, more powerful.
Exactly. Ready to tackle the day with clarity, energy, and balance. It's absolutely non-negotiable for high-level brain function and long-term cognitive health.
Okay. Movement, fuel, recharge. Foundational pillars covered. What's next? Main section 2. Engaging the mind. Challenging connection.
Next, we move into actively engaging the mind, challenge and connection.
Okay, engaging the mind. Let's start with habit 4. Challenge your mind. Keep learning, keep growing.
Right. We often hear that phrase, the brain is like a muscle.
Yeah, use it or lose it.
And the sources wholeheartedly agree. The more you actively use it, challenge it, the stronger, more adaptable, more capable it becomes.
Okay.
And a really vital insight from the material is that true transformative growth, it rarely, if ever, happens inside your comfort zone, within the confines of routine.
So doing the same things every day isn't enough, even if they're good things.
Sticking strictly to those well-trodden paths might feel efficient, comfortable, but it doesn't foster genuine neurological development. It doesn't build new capacity.
Why not? What's happening or not happening in the brain?
What's really captivating here is that concept we mentioned earlier, neuroplasticity.
The brain rewiring itself.
Its astonishing lifelong ability to physically change. And it's not just about forming new connections, it's this complex dance.
A dance?
Yeah, of creating new synapses, that's called synaptogenesis, pruning away less used ones, even changes in the insulation around nerve fibers, the myelin sheath, which speeds up signals.
Wow, so it's really dynamic.
Incredibly dynamic. Now, when we do the same things day in, day out, our brain slips into autopilot. It's efficient for those routine tasks, sure, saves energy, but it doesn't stimulate new growth. Doesn't build cognitive reserve.
Cognitive reserve, like a backup mental battery.
Kind of, yeah, a buffer against decline later on.
Yeah.
But when you deliberately challenge yourself...
Step outside the routine.
Exactly. With novelty, complexity, variety, you force your brain to actively form entirely new neural connections and pathways.
Force it sounds harsh.
Well, maybe encourage is nicer. But this active engagement strengthens existing circuits and forges new ones. It boosts cognitive flexibility, processing speed, problem solving.
So the brain is basically saying, okay, new challenge, time to adapt, learn, get stronger.
That's precisely it.
Okay, so autopilot versus active growth. That makes sense. You mentioned learning piano earlier.
Right, that's a great example.
Yeah.
Initially, it feels so awkward, right? Fingers all over the place, brain struggling to coordinate everything.
But definitely been there.
But with consistent, challenging practice, your brain literally reshapes itself, develops new motor pathways, auditory pathways, cognitive pathways to master it.
But it doesn't have to be something huge like learning piano, right?
Absolutely not. The sources stress that even seemingly small challenges can provide significant novel stimulation.
Like what?
Trying a completely new recipe that uses techniques you've never tried before.
Okay.
Learning just a few basic phrases in a foreign language. Even consciously taking a different route on your commute.
A different route. How does that help?
By forcing you to pay attention. To observe your surroundings with heightened awareness instead of zoning out on autopilot. It introduces novelty and requires active navigation.
Okay. It's about variety and newness, not necessarily difficulty level alone.
Exactly. Variety, novelty, complexity, things that make your brain work in a different way than usual.
Which leads to the question.
When was the last time you truly stepped outside your mental comfort zone? Deliberately sought out a new cognitive challenge?
Good question. Maybe it's been a while.
Well, these new experiences, they act like targeted, personalized workouts for your brain.
Keeping it flexible.
Flexible, adaptable, exquisitely sharp. They prevent that mental stagnation, build that cognitive reserve we talked about, and promote a dynamic, responsive state.
So the takeaway is?
Growth never happens in routine. To strengthen your brain, you have to consistently challenge its existing patterns. Embrace the sometimes uncomfortable feeling of learning something new.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Let's habit 5. Habit 5 taps into something deeply human. Stay socially connected conversations. Build smarter brains.
Social connection. Okay, that feels good, but how does it build a smarter brain?
Well, it's undeniable, isn't it? Humans are fundamentally wired for connection.
Right.
From our earliest evolution, community, interaction. It was key to survival, to flourishing.
Sure. Safety in numbers, cooperation.
Exactly. And the sources point out something truly remarkable. Every time you share a laugh with a friend, or you're in a lively group discussion sharing ideas, or even navigating a respectful debate,
Okay.
your brain literally lights up like a Christmas tree. A symphony of neural activity. It's far more than just pleasant.
Lights up how? What's going on in there?
To really grasp it, think about this. Social interaction isn't just comforting. It actively stimulates multiple distinct brain regions all at once.
Simultaneously.
Yes. Think about having a conversation. Your language center's Broca's area for speaking, Wernicke's for understanding they're firing like mad.
Okay. Language processing.
Your memory centers, like the hippocampus, are recalling shared experiences, facts, keeping track of the conversation thread.
Memory recall. Got it.
Your emotional centers, the amygdala and others, are processing tone of voice, facial expressions, body language, understanding the emotional subtext.
Emotional intelligence, yeah.
And your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of the brain, responsible for executive function, might be engaged if you're planning your response, navigating a disagreement, trying to see someone else's point of view.
Problem solving, planning, empathy.
All working together. It's this comprehensive, dynamic workout that strengthens all those neural pathways involved.
Wow, I never thought of chatting with friends as a brain workout before.
It truly is. And conversely, the sources highlight a really stark, quite concerning warning
About being alone?
about chronic loneliness and social isolation. It's not just sad, it can actually shrink your brain power.
Shrink it, literally.
Literally. Studies show links to reduced brain volume, particularly in that crucial hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. And it significantly increases your risk of cognitive decline as you age.
Why? How does loneliness do that?
It seems linked to things like chronic inflammation, increased stress hormone production. It's not just an emotional state. It has tangible negative impacts on brain structure and function.
Okay, that's Wow. So connection is protective.
Hugely protective. That distinction, social connection as a comprehensive cognitive workout, not just a feel-good activity, is vital.
So surrounding yourself with supportive, engaging people, it's a brain health strategy.
A profoundly brain-boosting, proactive strategy for mental well-being and long-term sharpness. And it doesn't have to be huge parties.
No.
Even simple acts. Making that call to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while.
Yeah.
Joining a club, a book group, a volunteer organization. Something that involves regular interaction.
Or just quality time with family.
Absolutely. Dedicating quality, distraction-free time. Truly talking, sharing, actively listening. That powerfully recharges your mental energy and provides that vital, multifaceted stimulation.
So think of relationships like
a dynamic gym for your brain. The more meaningful, genuine connections you actively cultivate.
the stronger and more resilient your mind becomes.
Precisely. It's a powerful, often underestimated investment in cognitive longevity, keeping your brain active, engaged, and able to navigate life's complexities. It literally helps stave off mental decline.
Okay. Challenge your mind. Connect with others. Powerful stuff. What's next? Main section 3. Optimizing the internal environment. Managing stress and hydration. Let's dive into something huge now, something that I think impacts almost everyone these days. Manage stress, protect your brain from burnout.
Absolutely crucial. And the sources use this really powerful analogy for stress. Stress is like fire.
Fire. Okay. How so?
In small, controlled doses, a bit of good stress, what scientists call eustress, can actually be beneficial.
Good stress. Like a deadline that motivates you.
Exactly. It can warm you up, push you to perform, help you rise to a challenge.
But if it gets out of control?
Left unchecked, that fire can quickly become a destructive blaze, burning down the whole house, including your vital mental faculties, causing widespread, insidious damage.
Wow. So chronic stress is like your brain being constantly on fire.
In a metaphorical but neurologically real sense, yes. And what's really captivating here is the specific mechanism, how chronic stress actually harms the brain.
Okay, how does it work? It's not just feeling frazzled.
No, it's much deeper than that. Sustained, unmanaged stress floods your brain with excessive levels of cortisol.
Cortisol, the stress hormone. Heard of it.
Right. And high levels of cortisol don't just, interfere with thinking.
No.
They can actively lead to the atrophy, the shrinking of dendrites.
Dendrites, those are the branches on brain cells that receive signals.
Exactly. Especially in critical areas like the prefrontal cortex.
The planning and decision-making part.
Yes. And the hippocampus.
Memory, I get.
Memory, learning, stress regulation.
Yeah.
So cortisol literally shrinks the parts of your brain vital for reasoning, impulse control, memory, emotional balance.
That's terrifying, actually. Stress shrinking my brain.
It's a stark image, isn't it? And think about this. Have you ever experienced that complete mental block during an exam? Or an important meeting?
Oh, yeah. Mind goes totally blank. Can't think of anything.
Right. The sources indicate that stress literally shutting down your brain's optimal function, putting it into a defensive survival mode instead of a creative analytical one.
Fight or flight taking over.
Basically, yes. And over time, chronic stress is like this persistent chemical erosion, degrading your brain's most sophisticated abilities.
Okay. But you said there's good stress, too. Eustress.
Yes, that distinction is crucial. Eustress is typically short-term, manageable pressure that can actually sharpen focus, like that deadline example.
So it's a chronic, unrelenting stress that's the problem.
Precisely. It's the chronic elevation of cortisol that does the real damage. But, and this is incredibly good news,
Please, good news needed.
you can actively train your brain to handle stress much more effectively. Build resilience.
How? What do the sources recommend?
Powerful practices like mindful meditation, deep diaphragmatic breathing exercises, really breathing from your belly, yoga,
These are all proven to help.
proven to help calm your nervous system, re-regulate that stress response. They're not just quick fixes. They're deliberate strategies to build long-term resilience.
Okay. Even just breathing.
Even just 5 minutes of focused, mindful breathing, concentrating only on the breath coming in and going out, can act as a powerful reset button.
Pulling you out of the cortisol fog.
Exactly. Restoring a sense of calm and clarity.
That seems manageable. 5 minutes.
It is. And it leads us to ask, what are your personal cooling strategies? Your go-to stress busters?
Need to think about that. What else works?
Journaling can be incredibly powerful. Writing down your thoughts, worries, it externalizes them, helps you gain perspective.
Getting it out of your head.
Exactly. Taking a deliberate walk in nature, changing your environment, engaging your senses differently.
Nature's calming.
Yeah. listening to calming music. These are simple, accessible, yet incredibly powerful tools to extinguish that mental fire.
So consistently managing stress isn't just about feeling better.
It's about actively protecting your brain from that long-term damage, preventing that cognitive erosion, keeping it primed and ready for creative, critical thinking.
Okay, manage stress. Got it. What's habit 7?
Habit 7 is fascinating because it's so simple, yet so often overlooked.
What is it?
Stay hydrated. Water is brain fuel.
Water. Just drinking water seems too basic.
Doesn't it? But most people, the sources suggest, don't fully realize that even mild dehydration.
Mild, like not even feeling thirsty.
Exactly. Even mild dehydration can subtly yet significantly cloud their thinking, reduce their focus, slow down the reaction times.
Really, just from not drinking enough water.
Absolutely. You might not connect the dots, but your brain could be suffering.
Why is water so important for the brain?
Well, to truly grasp it, just consider this fact. Your brain is about 75% water.
75%. Wow.
It utterly depends on adequate hydration to work efficiently. Water is critical for countless processes inside your head.
Okay. Like what?
Think of water as the essential high-grade oil in that high-performance machine we talked about.
Right. Without oil, things grind to a halt.
Exactly. Things grind, stick, perform poorly, eventually break down.
Sure.
Your neurons communicate using electrical signals, chemical reactions, all of which rely on a properly hydrated environment to flow smoothly and efficiently.
So water helps brain signals travel properly.
Yes. It also helps maintain the brain's physical volume, helps transport nutrients in and waste products out, balances electrolytes crucial for nerve impulses.
Okay, there's a lot.
So even a slight drop in hydration can lead to immeasurable shrinkage of brain tissue.
Shrinkage again?
And impaired cognitive function. Focus, memory, mood, all affected.
Okay. So if I'm feeling tired or foggy or forgetful,
Before reaching for coffee or blaming lack of sleep,
try drinking water first.
the sources suggest it's a wonderfully simple, often profoundly effective first step. Try drinking a large glass of water.
It's cited as one of the simplest brain hacks.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Because the impact can be surprisingly immediate.
Yeah.
It might alleviate those subtle symptoms of sluggishness before you even realize they were linked to hydration.
Okay, simple fix. Worth a try. Does it have to be plain water?
Plain water is great, but other things contribute too. Herbal teas count.
Okay.
Electrolyte drinks can help sometimes, but watch the sugar. And importantly, fruits and vegetables with high water content.
Like watermelon, oranges?
Exactly. Watermelon, oranges, cucumbers, celery. These are fantastic because they provide water plus electrolytes, vitamins, minerals that help with absorption and cell function.
So eating your water counts too.
It definitely contributes. It's a small, consistent daily habit staying hydrated, but it makes a huge, measurable difference.
Ensuring brain cells communicate smoothly, supporting mood, energy, focus, memory.
Everything. It's foundational.
Okay. Stress management and hydration. Crucial internal environment stuff. Where do we go next?
Main section 4. Cultivating focus and deep learning.
Next, we tackle the challenge of our modern world head-on. Cultivating focus.
Focus. Habit number 8. Limit distractions and train your focus, sharpen attention. This feels incredibly relevant.
Doesn't it? We are just constantly bombarded an unrelenting stream of distractions.
Notifications pinging, emails flooding in, that endless hypnotic scroll.
Exactly. And it often feels like we're masters of multitasking, right? Juggling 10 things at once.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on it sometimes.
But the sources deliver this crucial, kind of counterintuitive truth.
Which is?
Multitasking doesn't actually make you more efficient. It actively fragments your focus, it diminishes your mental capacity, and ironically, it makes you less productive.
Less productive. But it feels like I'm doing more.
It's a pervasive illusion of productivity.
Okay, unpack that. Why is multitasking bad for the brain? What's really fascinating is how profoundly your brain struggles. It struggles to properly process, encode, and store information when its attention is constantly split.
So it's not really doing multiple things at once.
No. The sources clarify your brain isn't truly multitasking, it's rapidly task switching, jumping back and forth.
Task switching. Okay. Is that bad?
Each switch incurs a significant cognitive cost.
A cost? Like what?
A measurable dip in performance, increased error rates, reduced encoding of information into long-term memory, and heightened mental fatigue.
Why fatigue?
Because the brain expends precious energy redirecting its attention, reactivating the right circuits for each new task over and over again. It seriously overloads the prefrontal cortex.
The CEO part again.
Exactly, making deep, focused work almost impossible.
Okay, that makes sense why I feel so drained after a day of jumping between emails and tasks.
Right, which naturally leads us to ask, how on earth can we reclaim and strengthen our focus in this noisy, demanding world?
Yeah, how? Seems impossible sometimes.
The secret, the sources reveal, lies in deliberately training your focus, treating it like a vital mental skill, like a muscle that needs consistent exercise.
Training focus, how do you do that?
Well, the sources highly recommend practical techniques to counteract the fragmentation. One really powerful one is working in short, concentrated bursts.
Like the Pomodoro technique.
Exactly. The Pomodoro technique may be 25 minutes of intense, focused work, followed by a short 5-minute break.
I've tried that. It kind of works.
But the key isn't just the timer. It's the unwavering commitment during those 25 minutes.
Commitment to what?
Turning off all unnecessary notifications, closing irrelevant browser tabs, consciously committing to focus on one single task. No exceptions.
Creating a distraction-free zone.
An impenetrable mental fortress, allowing your brain to actually enter that state of deep concentration or flow.
Okay, that takes discipline. What else helps train focus?
Mindfulness practices are remarkably effective.
Meditation again.
It doesn't have to be formal meditation. Even just observing your breath for a few minutes. Noticing the inhale, the exhale.
How does that help focus?
Or paying close attention to a single sound in your environment without judgment. These practices build your attention muscle.
Attention muscle.
Yeah. They make it easier to notice when your mind wanders, which it naturally will, and gently bring it back to the task at hand. It strengthens the brain's attentional control networks.
So it's like doing reps for your focus.
Exactly like reps.
Oh.
Over time, this consistent practice doesn't just help you ignore distractions better. It builds significant mental stamina. It allows you to dive deeper into complex work, into learning, into problem solving.
With more clarity.
Far greater clarity, efficiency, and effectiveness. Without that constant pull of notifications and other stimuli, it's about fundamentally reclaiming your mental bandwidth from the digital noise.
Reclaiming mental bandwidth. I like that. Okay, focus training. What's habit 9?
Habit 9 is a classic, but maybe more important now than ever. Read regularly. Feed your imagination and intelligence.
Reading, okay. How is reading a brain habit?
Well, the sources describe books as this veritable gym for your imagination, a feast for your intellect.
A gym for imagination. Okay.
When you actively engage in reading, really reading, not just skimming, your brain isn't passive. It's incredibly active. It's painting vivid mental pictures based on the words, processing intricate new information, connecting ideas, vigorously strengthening memory circuits.
So it's a full mental workout.
A full body workout for your mind, engaging multiple cognitive faculties all at once.
How is it different from, say, watching a movie or scrolling online?
That's a key point. Reading is a profoundly different cognitive exercise compared to the rapid, often superficial consumption of information online.
Different how?
Scrolling tends to promote quick pattern recognition, maybe, but shallow engagement. Reading forces your brain to slow down.
Slow down. Is that good?
Yes. It forces it to think critically, to synthesize complex ideas, to engage in much deeper, sustained processing.
Okay. And this deep processing helps how?
It benefits various cognitive functions in distinct ways. For example, reading nonfiction.
Learning new things.
Exactly. Introduces you to new knowledge, expands your understanding of the world, exposes you to different ways of thinking, different frameworks.
Okay. What about fiction? Novels?
Equally potent. Fiction expands your creativity, sure, but also your empathy.
Empathy. Oh.
By allowing you to metaphorically step into someone else's shoes, experience their inner world, their motivations, their struggles, it develops crucial emotional intelligence, what psychologists call theory of mind.
Understanding other people better through stories.
Precisely. And more generally, consistent reading systematically builds your vocabulary.
Makes sense.
It strengthens your communication skills by exposing you to varied sentence structures, narrative styles. And it stimulates numerous distinct brain regions, simultaneously vision, language, memory, reasoning.
Leading to a more integrated, agile mind.
Exactly. More robust, more adaptable.
Okay. So it's an active, immersive experience. How much reading do we need to do?
The sources suggest even just 20 minutes of daily reading can make a significant difference.
20 minutes a day. That seems achievable.
Boosts focus, ignites creativity, demonstrably enhances long-term intelligence. It's not about speed reading or just racking up book counts.
It's about consistent, engaged interaction with the text.
That's the key. Every book you finish, every article you really absorb, it's not just filed away somewhere.
Reshapes the brain.
It actively reshapes, expands, and strengthens its underlying structure, adds new pathways, new perspectives. It serves you in every aspect of life.
Okay, so that leads to the question.
How regularly do you dedicate time to truly deep reading, as opposed to just skimming headlines or scrolling through short updates?
Guilty as charged, probably not enough deep reading.
Well, that consistent, engaged interaction with longer texts offers unparalleled cognitive benefits. It trains sustained attention, critical analysis, imaginative thinking.
Making your mind more agile, informed, adaptable.
A direct investment in your mental capital, as one source put it.
Mental capital. I like that. Okay, focus and reading. What's our final habit? Main, section 5. The mindset advantage.
Our final habit, number 10, elegantly ties everything else together.
Okay, the grand finale.
It's keep a positive mindset, train your brain for growth.
Mindset. Okay. How is mindset a brain habit? Isn't it just how you feel?
But the sources state unequivocally, your mindset shapes your brain far more powerfully and more physically than you might ever realize.
Physically shapes my brain. How?
It's not just a fleeting feeling. It's like the fundamental operating system for your entire cognitive architecture.
Wow. Okay, explain that.
What's truly captivating here is the direct, demonstrable impact of mindset on your actual neural pathways.
Okay.
Negative thinking, pessimism, cynicism, rumination isn't just unpleasant. It actively creates chronic stress.
Which floods you with cortisol, like we discussed.
Exactly. It drains precious mental energy, and it significantly limits your problem-solving abilities.
How does it limit problem solving?
By narrowing your perspective, reinforcing defeatist patterns. It literally weakens the neural connections associated with positive outcomes, creativity, innovation.
So negativity wires your brain for failure, in a way.
That's a harsh way to put it, but there's truth there. On the other hand, optimism, a proactive approach, literally rewires your brain's pathways to be stronger, more resilient, inherently more solution-focused.
How does optimism rewire the brain?
Positive reframing encourages exploration. It fosters creativity. It enhances your capacity for learning and bouncing back from setbacks. It's a genuine, measurable neurological shift. Consistent positive thought patterns build and reinforce advantageous neural networks.
Okay, so thinking positive actually builds a better brain structure.
It contributes significantly, which means we can actively practice positivity.
Practice it, like gratitude.
Exactly. Practicing gratitude, something as beautifully simple as taking a moment each day to write down or just think about 3 specific things you're genuinely thankful for.
That helps.
It can powerfully boost your mood, measurably reduce stress hormones, and perceptibly sharpen your thinking. Makes you more receptive to positive opportunities.
Okay. What about when things go wrong? Challenges.
That's where cultivating a growth mindset comes in.
Growth mindset, meaning believing you can improve.
Yes, believing your abilities aren't fixed. It helps you instinctively see challenges not as insurmountable setbacks or signs of personal failure,
But
as valuable, fertile opportunities. Opportunities for learning, for growth, for developing new strategies.
it changes the internal story.
Fundamentally shifts your internal narrative from, I can't do this or I'm not good enough, to a resilient, empowering, okay, how can I learn from this? Or what different approach can I try?
So ultimately, what does this mean day to day?
Over time, consciously cultivating positivity becomes this powerful, self-fulfilling upward cycle.
How so?
The more you genuinely believe in your brain's boundless potential for growth, resilience, adaptation, and actively cultivate that belief through your thoughts and practices,
The stronger your brain actually gets.
the stronger, more capable, and more efficient your brain truly grows. It's proactive brain training at its most fundamental, empowering level.
Wow. Providing a foundation for all the other habits.
Exactly. A robust, resilient foundation for movement, fuel, rest, challenge, connection, focus. All of it.
10 powerful habits. That was quite a deep dive. Outro.
It really was.
So let's try and sum this all up. What's the big takeaway from our look at these sources?
Well, I think it's profoundly clear, isn't it? In improving your brain power, enhancing cognition, building that resilient mind, it's not about one big overnight change.
Right, no magic pill.
Definitely no magic pill.
Yeah.
Our extensive look at the research just unequivocally shows it's about the consistent, deliberate, intentional choices we make.
Through our daily habits.
Through our daily habits. Slowly building momentum, creating compounding effects over time.
Okay.
So each of these practices we've explored.
Moving your body.
Fueling it smartly.
Getting quality rest.
Challenging your mind.
Nurturing connections.
Managing stress.
Staying hydrated. Cultivating focus.
Reading regularly.
And fostering that positive mindset.
Each one is like
meticulously adding a vital foundational brick. Building this robust, ever-evolving structure of a sharper, stronger, more adaptable, and ultimately more resilient brain.
They're not isolated things. They work together.
Exactly. They work synergistically. Each one supports and amplifies the others. It's a holistic approach to cognitive enhancement.
Okay, so here's maybe a final thought for everyone listening, something to mull over. If our brains are truly constantly rewiring themselves based on our habits, our actions, our thoughts, like that science of neuroplasticity suggests.
Yeah, which it strongly does.
Then every single choice we make all day long, it's not just a fleeting action, is it?
No, what are you suggesting?
It's an active vote.
Yeah.
A vote for the kind of mind we're actually building for tomorrow.
Casting votes for your future brain with your daily choices. I like that.
Right.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Which naturally prompts the final question for everyone listening. What votes are you casting today?
Exactly. What votes are you consciously casting for your future brain today? And maybe think about this.
Yeah.
How might deliberately choosing to integrate even just one new habit from our deep dive?
Just one to start.
Maybe just one, perhaps a few minutes of mindful movement tomorrow morning, or adding some berries to your breakfast, or putting your phone away an hour before bed tonight.
How might that one small change
radically alter your cognitive landscape, your mental well-being, your overall capacity to thrive in the coming weeks and months?
The power lies in the daily routine.
The profound power, as these sources so clearly illustrate, truly lies within the intentionality and the consistency of your daily routines. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your brain transform.